share with you a special little recipe. It's actually a recipe for one of my favourite afternoon pick-me-up snacks, vegan sweet potato brownies. They sound a little bit different, and they are, but they're so yummy. And I've also got a little trick up my sleeve to make this recipe extra indulgent, but I'm going to share that recipe with you a little bit later. So first up, the brownies. Now, these are made with sweet potato. I like to just wash the sweet potato rather than peel the skins off because the skin is packed full of nutrients. So all you have to do is just cut up your sweet potato into about 5 centimetre thick rounds, and we're going to pop them straight into the steamer. Pop on the lid and just let it do its thing. So this has been cooking for 20 minutes. You can see that the sweet potato is really nice and soft, and this is ready to go straight into our food processor. And I'm going to blend up the sweet potato with some fresh medjool dates. Now, medjool dates are really soft. They're not those dried dates. You can use those, but I would soak them before using them. So I'm using about a cup of dates, which is about 20 dates. All right, food processor on. So what we have here is basically like a sweet potato and date, almost puree. But don't worry if it's a little bit chunky still, because we're going to add some more ingredients and get that mixture nice and smooth. So I've got 1 cup of almond meal that's going to go straight into our blender. Now you could also use hazelnut meal as well. Now I've got ½ a cup of raw cacao powder. Do make sure that you use the raw cacao powder instead of using just the plain cocoa, as this stuff is full of antioxidants. And I've also got a gluten-free flour, which is arrowroot flour or tapioca flour. And just to sweeten up the brownie a little bit more, I'm using about 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And the final ingredient, which is really going to bring this brownie to life, is the Mayver's dark chocolate super spread. Now, this stuff is so delicious. I like to just get a spoon and just eat it out of the jar, but it really is yummy. It's packed full of nuts, chia seeds, sesame seeds, and also a little bit of dairy-free dark chocolate. So it is completely dairy-free. Now, I'm going to use about a cup of the dark chocolate super spread in my brownie, and you'll notice that there's the seeds, the whole seeds in here, because it is a pure state spread, and it gives the brownie some really nice texture. So 1 cup, in that goes. Now this is ready to be processed. Lid goes on, blender goes on. Right. Now this batter is ready to go into my lined baking tray. Now the good thing about this recipe as well is that you can sort of pimp it up a bit. I've been known to put some, fresh or frozen berries. So smooth out your brownie batter so that it's nice and even. I preheated the oven to 180 degrees. So this is ready to be popped into the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And I'm going to clean up a little bit, and when we come back, I'm going to show you a special guilt-free treat that's going to make this brownie into a very indulgent dessert. So this has just come out of the oven. As you can see, it's still soft and fudgy in the middle, but there's a slightly hardened surface. So I'm going to set this aside to cool, and I'm going to make you salted peanut butter ice cream, but in a healthy way. So I've got some frozen bananas. So I've just peeled the bananas and chopped them up, placed them on a baking tray, and they're rock hard. And I'm going to pop the bananas straight into my blender. And I'm going to add in Mayver's smooth peanut butter. Now, this stuff is so yummy. It's 100% Australian peanuts, and it just has a little dash of sea salt, so it sort of just brings it to life. Now, I'm going to add in about 1/3 of a cup of peanut butter. Now, peanuts are really high in protein. This is going to be the healthiest ice cream you've ever had, but trust me, it's still going to be the yummiest. Pop on the lid and blitz it up. If the banana gets caught, just use a spoon and just keep pushing it down the sides, and it eventually will become really nice and creamy. Right, now this is looking super smooth and creamy and luscious. Look at that. I mean, you couldn't tell that this is dairy-free and just made out of a frozen banana and some yummy peanut butter. I'm going to taste it. Yum. Now I've got my brownie. Now you don't need overly big squares of brownie. I mean, each to their own, but it is quite dense and filling. Now I've got a little serving plate here. I'll pop on one of my brownie squares. And to take this from a mid-afternoon snack to a kind of decadent dessert, I've got my salted peanut butter ice cream and just pop that on the top. So serve this up to your friends and family because it really is a healthy, guilt-free treat.